cards for, and I wanted to read out and show you my Pokemon card collection. So read out all the cards, like all the attacks, everything. I've got 3 sets. I have Searching Sparks, I have just the base set for Scarlet and Violet, and I have Crown Zenith as well. I've got most of the Crown Zenith, I've got a lot of those ones. So yeah, let's get started. I'm going to start with just basic energies from all the sets. So I have the Fire basic energy. I have 5 of those. I forgot how to count for a second. Oopsie. I have the Grass basic energy. I've got 2 of those. I've got the Fighting basic energy. I also have 2 of those. I have the Steel basic energy. I also have 2 of those. And I have a Psychic energy, which I only have 1 card for at the moment. So those are all the basic energies. I'm going to start with the base set for Scarlet and Violet, because I've got the least amount of cards for that one there. And we're going in order of the set. So we're starting with Grass, and ending with any special cards that I might have, or just items. So, the first card is Villivan. Also, if I mispronounce any names, sorry. First card is Villivan, which is a Stage 2 Pokemon. It is a Grass type with 2 times weakness to a Fire type Pokemon. It has 120 damage. It's got 2 kinds of attacks that it can do. The first one is Miracle Powder. Flip a coin. If heads, choose a special condition. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now affected by that special condition, and that costs 1 green energy. And it also does 50 damage, which is a really powerful move for only 1 energy. It's really good. Then we have Bug Buzz, which is 110 damage. It needs 1 grass energy and another random energy. It could be any energy. It does 110 damage to the other Pokemon. So that is Villivan. Then we have Terratula. I definitely mispronounced that one. Another grass type. It's got 40 damage and it's just a basic Pokemon. It's still weakness time 2 to fire. And the power that it has is String Shot, which is only 20 damage. And it also needs 2 energy for it. It needs 1 grass and 1 random. Flip a coin. If heads, your opponent's active Pokemon is now paralyzed. That one right there. We're going on to fire already. I don't have a lot of this one, as I said. We have Growlithe. This is a fire type Pokemon. It's a basic Pokemon, and it has 2 times weakness to a water type Pokemon. It's got 1 move. It needs 1 fire energy, and it's called Relentless Flames. Flip a coin until you get tails. This attack does 30 damage for each heads. And it already does 30 damage already. That is Growlithe. Now we're on to water. We have a stage 1 Pokemon, Sea Titan. It's a water type Pokemon and it has 180 health. This is 2 times weak against steel. It has 2 moves. The first one is Hammer In, which needs 2 random energies, and it does 50 damage. The other one is Sweeping Tackle, and it needs 2 random and 1 water energy. This attack does 20 less damage for each damage counter on this says 200 minus. That's Sea Titan. Never want to be electric. We have stage 1 Magneton. It is a electric type and it has 90 health. It is 2 times weak against fighting and it has 2 moves. It has Lightning Ball, which needs 1 electric basic energy and it does 20 damage. Then we have Explosion, which needs 2 electric energy. Basically, it's a suicide move. This Pokemon also does 90 damage to itself, and it has 90 damage, and the Pokemon has 90 health. So it's a suicide card, basically. Then we have Toxel. It is a basic Pokemon. It has 70 health, still weak against fighting 2 times. And it has 1 move which needs 2 basic energy of any kind. Then it's just Gnaw for 20 damage. That sounds so cute. We have Balmy, one of my favorites actually. It's a basic Pokemon. It has 50 health, still weak against fighting, and it has 1 move. Flip a coin. If heads, your opponent's active Pokemon is now paralyzed. It's named Jolt and it needs 1 electric basic energy. Then we have Bulmo. This one in a really pretty hollow one, which is so pretty, I love it. Stage 1, it's got 90 health, still weak against fighting, and it has 2 moves. The first one is Thundershock. Flip a coin. If heads, your opponent's active Pokemon is now paralyzed. It does 30 damage. The second one is a Headbolt. It needs 2 electric and 1 basic energy of any kind. And it does 70 damage. That is a buy. Onto Psychic. We have Rats. I did not pronounce that right. It's a basic and it has 70 health. It's weak against Dark. Two times weak against Dark, and it is resistant minus 30 to a fighting type. It's got 1 move called Psyshine. It needs 1 psychic energy and 1 random energy. It does 30 damage to the other Pokemon. We have Shuppet. Shuppet has 60 health. It's a basic Pokemon. Same weaknesses and same resistance as the other one. Only has 1 move, which is Enveloping Shadow, which needs 1 psychic energy, and it does 10 damage. Flip a coin. If heads, during the opponent's next turn, they can't play any item cards from their hand. Shuppet. Oh, this one's so cute too. We have Dashbun. Adorable card. It's a stage 1. It's got 90 health. This one also has a ability, which is awesome. And this Pokemon is 2 times weak against a steel Pokemon. Now the ability is called Well-Baked Body. This Pokemon can't be burned. Prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks from opponents' fire Pokemon. So it's invincible against fire, I guess, which is pretty cool. Then it has 1 attack, which is called Headbutt Bounce. It does 100 damage, and it needs 1 psychic and 2 random basic energies. We're going on to fighting. This one here is a holo. It is a stage 2. It's got 140 damage. It is... I'm not even going to try and pronounce that, but yeah, there we go. It's 2 times weak against Psychic. It's got 2 moves. The first one is Rage Fist. This attack does 70 damage for each prize card your opponent has taken. And it has 70x. Then the other one is called Dynamite Punch. It needs 2 fighting basic energies. It does 170 damage, but it also does 50 damage to its does 10 damage. The other one needs 1 random and 1 fighting, and it gives you a low kick for 20 damage. Then you have Stage 1 Lucurio, which has 130 health. 130 health. The art looks really cool in this one too. And it is still weak against Psychic. This one has 2 moves. The first one is Avenging Knuckle. So, and it only needs 1 fighting energy. If any of your fighting Pokemon were knocked out by damage from an attack during your opponent's last turn, this attack does 120 more damage. And it already does 30. So in total, this one basic energy could give you 150 damage. Then you have your other move, which is Accelerating Stab for 120 damage. During your next turn, this Pokemon can't use Accelerating Stab. So this is a 1 every 2 turns kind of a move. It needs 1 fighting and 2 random energy. For this card, this card's really overpowered, I think, in my opinion. And very cool. Now we're on to Dark. The Dark is 2 times weak against Grass, actually, which I didn't know. It's a basic. This is Mischief. It's got 70 health. It's got 2 moves. One is the rear kick for 10 health, and it needs 1 dark basic energy. The other one is Darkness Fang, and that one needs 1 dark and 1 random. It does 20 damage. It's called Darkness Fang. I already said that, sorry. The art for this one is still super cute as well. Now we're on to just your normal basic Pokemon. The only one that I have is Greedent, the Stage 2 Pokemon, which has 120 health. 2 times weak against fighting, and it has 2 moves. The first one is called Bite. It does 50 damage, and you need 2 random. Sorry, you just need 2 basic. What's it called? Basic energies. Then you also have Enhanced Fang, which does 80 plus, and it needs 3 random energy. If this Pokemon has a Pokemon tool attached, this attack does 80 more damage. So that's Greedent. Now we're going on to our items and tools. I only have 2. The first one is a hollow crushing hammer. No, it doesn't hollow, sorry. It's just got a cool background. See the background? There you go. Sorry, that's not hollow, sorry. But it is an item. It's called Crushing Hammer. Flip a coin. If heads, discard an energy from one of your opponent's Pokemon. And the other one is a Pokemon tool. It's called Rock Chestplate. The fighting Pokemon this card is attached to takes 30 less damage from attacks from your opponent's Pokemon after applying weakness and resistance. That is Rock Chestplate. So, that was the base set for Scarlet and Violet. Now I'm going to do Scarlet and Violet Surging Sparks, which I got a lot of these cards today actually, which is super cool. Chunky stack here. Compared to how thick the last stack was, this is the last one. This is the new one. And again, we're starting in order from grass to any cool cards that I might have. So we have, the first one is Scatterbug. This one is a basic Pokemon with 40 health. 2 times weak against fire. It's got 1 move, it doesn't do any damage. Call for family. Search your deck for a basic Pokemon and put it on your bench, then shuffle your deck. This one needs 1 random energy. Scatterbug. This one is really cool as well. It's got a cool background. It is Capsicid. It's just a basic. It's got 70 damage. And it has 1 move called Headbutt Bounce. Headbutt Bounce. There we go. Does 20 damage and it needs 2 random energy to be able to do the move. Okay. has 2 moves. One is called Live Coal, which does 10 damage and you need 1 fire energy. Then the other one is Hook. It does 30 damage and you need 3 energy for it. This wouldn't be a good card to play because of how much energy you're using for a 30 damage. But still a cool looking guy though, for sure. And then I have a duplicate. Then we have the stage 1 from that Pokemon, which is Scorch, which looks awesome. Oh my god. Stage 1, 130 damage. And it does, and it has 2 really cool moves. One of them, which is Billowing Heat Wave. It only needs 1 fire energy and does 130 damage. This attack also does 30 damage to each of your bench Pokemon, which is crazy. So if you have 4 or 5 bench Pokemon, which is the max that you can do in real battles, that would be 280 damage at the very most that this one move can do with 1 energy. That is super overpowered. Then you have Heat Blast, which is 80 damage. It requires 3 of your random energy. 80 damage for Heat Blast. Then we have a stage 1 Pokemon for Crocodile. Didn't pronounce that right either. 110 damage. And it only has 1 move, which requires 1 fire and 1 random. Heat Breath. Flip a coin. If heads, this attack does 50 more damage. And it normally does 30. Going into water now. We have Feebas. Basic with 30 health. And it has 1 move, which is Leap Out. Switches Pokemon with one of your bench Pokemon. That's all I can really say about it. This next card is awesome. I love this next card. It is a basic, but it is a Black Curium EX. Wow! Look how cool it is. 230 health. And it has a really cool power. It's got 2, sorry. If your opponent is a dark Pokemon, it is now paralyzed. It needs 3 random energy. It's called Ice Age and it does 90 damage. And the other one is called Black Frost. It needs 2 random and 2 water energy. This Pokemon also does 30 damage to itself, but it does 250 damage. This one is super cool. I got this one today actually. Let's just take a moment. Let's just take a moment. Let's just take a moment. Beautiful. We've done the moment. We have a stage 2 Quavicle. I did not pronounce that right either. God damn it. It's a stage 2. It has 170 health. It's got an ability as well. So this ability is called Up Tempo. You must put a card from your hand on the bottom of your deck in order to use this ability. Once during your turn, you may draw cards until you have 5 cards in your hand. Then you have 1 move, which is Hydro Splash. You need 1 water and 1 random energy. Does 120 health. We have a Holo Tapu Cuckoo. Cuckoo. I think it's a holo. Yeah, no, that's definitely a holo. It's a basic and it has 120 health. It's got 2 moves. One of them is Summon Lightning. Search your deck for up to 2 electric Pokemon. Refill them and put them in your hand. Then shuffle your deck. That one only requires 1 random energy. Then the other one is called Prize Count. And it has 2 electric, basic and one random. It already does 90 damage, but if you have more prize cards remaining than your opponent, this attack does 90 more damage. This is a cool ass card, by the way. Look how cool that is. Love it. Yep. So we have a psychic now. We have a stage 1. Togetic. It has 90 health. It's a psychic. It's a stage 1. And it has one move. Actually a really good move. It only needs 2 basic energy. 2 random basic energy. It does 30 damage. It's called Draining Kiss. So it does 30 damage to the opposite Pokemon. But it also heals 30 damage from this Pokemon. It's a bit of a pretty card. Then we have a duplicate. And then we have a Holo Stage 2 Togekiss, which is 140 health. This one also has a ability called Wonder Kiss. While your opponent's active Pokemon is knocked out, flip a coin. If heads, take 1 more prize card. The effect of Wonder Kiss doesn't stack. But it has one move called Speed Wing. It needs 3 random basic energies. It does 140 damage. Togekiss. Then we have Mispirit, which is a basic Pokemon. It does 70 health. And it has 2 moves. Look how pretty that art is as well. Love it. We have Full Heart, which needs 1 random energy. Attach up to 2 I can't read, oh my god. Attach up to 2 basic psychic energy cards from your hand to your Pokemon in any way you like. Now this move's a bit random. It does 160 damage and it needs 2 psychic energies. It's called Guardian Burst. So it does 160 damage, but only if you have a Uxie and Elf on your bench. If you don't have both, this attack does nothing. So you need those 2 in your bench to actually use this move. Then you have Elf right here, which is the one that this one needs originally. It's a basic, it has 70 health. It's got 1 move. It's called Neurokiness. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that again. It does 10 damage, and you need 1 psychic and 1 random. This attack does 10 more damage for each damage counter on all of your opponent's Pokemon. That one is Asphalt. Then we have this cool looking Pokemon. Exonus. It's a basic. It has 130 health. It's got 2 arms, it's got 2 moves. Also, look how cool that Pokemon looks. Look how cool this Pokemon looks. One of them is Aurora Gain, which does 30 damage, but it also heals 30 damage from this Pokemon. And you need 1 psychic and 1 random. Then you have Giga Impact, which does 130 damage. It needs 2 psychic and 1 random. During your next turn, this Pokemon cannot attack. We have Sandygast, which has a cool looking background. Sorry for the squeaky chair, apologise. It's a basic, it has 90 health, and it's got 1 move which requires 3 random energy. It's called Sand Spray, and it only does 50 health, 50 damage. There we go. wants to tell me, that'd be cool as hell. Thank you. It is a psychic, of course. It's got 90 health, and it has 2 moves. The first one is Perplexing Transfer, which has 2 random energy. Move all damage counters from one of your bench ancient Pokemon to your opponent's active Pokemon. Then we have Moonblast, which needs 2 psychic energy. During your opponent's next turn, attacks used by the defending Pokemon do 30 less damage. And this one does 70 damage already. That's Flutter Mane Ancient. If someone wants to tell me what that ancient means, that'd be super duper useful. Thank you. This one here is so cute. I love Gimme Cool. Gimme Cool is so cute. It's got 70 health, and it has 2 moves. The first one is Minor Errant Running. It needs 1 random. Search your deck for up to 2 basic energy cards, refill them, and put them in your hand. Then shuffle your deck. And then the other one is called Tackle. You need 3 random energy, and it does 50 health. We have Gimme Cool, Gimme Cool, Gimme Cool. Gimme Cool. And I've just realised now while recording that all the cards are going to be flipped over. I'm so sorry. I forgot how cameras work for a second. Now we have fighting. We have Bolton Turos, which is the type of Turos. It has 130 health. Sorry, a bit of a voice crack there. And this one has 2 moves. One needs 1 fighting and 1 random. It's got Smash Kick, and it does 40 damage. Then you have Blocking Stomp, which needs 2 random and 1 fighting. It does 90 damage. If the defending Pokemon is a basic Pokemon, it cannot attack during your opponent's next turn. That is 2 rows in the Bolton area. Then we have Passimian. That works. That's what I'm going to go with. That's what I'm going to say it is. It has 110 health. It's still a fighting one. And it has 1 move, Coordinated Throwing. This attack does 20 damage for each of your basic Pokemon in play. So any of your bench Pokemon counts as being in play. I think. Don't quote me on that, please. I'm just getting started with this game. It requires 1 fighting and 1 random, and it does 20 damage for each one. I love the art styles. They are so cool. I love it. Oh, this one's so cute. Oh my god. I can't believe this was a fighting one. I thought it'd be like a psycho or something. But Gimlet. It has 70 health. And it does 1 move, which is Rock Hurl. It does 10 damage. And you need 1 fighting basic energy for that one there. This attack's damage isn't affected by resistance. So, if your opponent has resistance against, like, rock or something, it doesn't care. This move doesn't give 1 shit. Basically. Gimlet is so cute. I thought it'd be like a psychic or like a dark or something based on what it looks like. It's still very pretty though. And we have a duplicate. There we go. This one is so cute. It's the only dark one that I have. No, it's definitely Grafifi. It has 100 health. It's a stage 1. And it has 2 moves. One of them is Mischievous Painting, which needs 1 random energy. Attach up to 3 energy cards from your opponent's discard pile onto their Pokemon in any way you like. Then you have Energized, Graffiti, So basically, let's say that the opposite Pokemon has free energy on just that card there. It would do 40, even 40, even 40. So it would do 160 damage in that example. If no one knew what that meant, I don't know. That's great Wi-Fi. And this one is so cute. A Holland Diglett. Got a little hair. It's got little baby hairs. It is a basic steel. It's got 50 health. And it has one move. It's called Surprise Attack. And I need someone to tell me what the blank energy is. It's got no symbol. I want to know what that means. If anyone could tell me. Thank you. It does 30 damage. But you have to flip a coin to do it. If it's tails, the attack doesn't happen. If it's heads, it does the 30 damage. Then you have Skarmory, which has 110 health, and it is a basic Pokemon. You need one steel and one random. The move is called Steel Wing, and it does 50 damage. During your opponent's next turn, this Pokemon takes 30 less damage from attacks. I love the art on that one too. That's what it looks like. Then you have Bronzor, which looks so cool. I love this design, honestly. It's so super cool. It's still steel. It has 60 health and it is a basic Pokemon. It's got one attack. Shield attack. It needs one steel and one basic. Flip a coin. If heads, this attack does 20 more damage. So it already does 20. So the max it can do is 40. Bronzor. Then you have Slakoth, which is now just all your basic Pokemons. But like the basic like type Pokemon, not just basic, sorry. No, sorry, it's a normal. Normal, that's what it's called. This is the side of the normal Pokemon. It has one move, which is called Take It Easy. It needs one normal energy. Heal 60 damage from this Pokemon. During your next turn, this Pokemon cannot retreat. It's kind of useless, honestly. But it looks cute. It's got a little red bow on it. So it's super cute, though. Then you have the stage up from that one. The stage 1, Vigoroth. 90 health. It's got one move, which needs 2 normal energy. It's got Slashing Claw, and it needs 50 damage. Now I've got 2 types of this one here. So we have the normal version of, and how do I pronounce this? Hey, I'm not going to try and pronounce this. Use your eyes and read it, thank you. I'm not going to try and pronounce that, sorry. I'm not doing that. But it has 130 health. Now I've got the normal version, and I have this pretty background version. They both have the same attack, so I'm going to read it out from the pretty version. One of them is Ready to Ram, which needs 2 normal energy, and it does 40 damage. During your opponent's next turn, if this Pokemon is damaged by an attack, put 6 damage counters on the attacking Pokemon. And that includes even if this Pokemon is knocked out. Then you have Smashing Headbutt. It does 150 damage. And it needs 4 normal energy. But when you do the move, it discards 2 energies from this Pokemon. So you won't be able to do this this move for another 2 turns or more. Depending if you get lucky with your balls or not. I'm not going to try and pronounce it, because I can't. Then you have which needs 2 normal energy. Switch in one of your opponent's bench Pokemon to the active spot. This attack does 40 damage to the new active Pokemon. Then you have Blasting Wind, which needs 3 normal energy, and it does 120 damage. Look how cool that one looks. I love it. We have Oranguru. I got that correct. Oranguru. I can speak, guys. I know how to pronounce stuff. 120 health. And it has we have 2 moves. One of them is really cool. One is called Now You're in My Power. Sick name, I think. It needs 1 normal energy. And the move is, until the end of your next turn, the defending Pokemon weakness is now normal. The amount of weakness doesn't change. So if your opponent's Pokemon has 4 weakness to like fire or something, when you do that move, it's now 4 times weak against normal. And then it has 1 move which is called Smack, which needs 3 normal, does 80 damage. That one is so cool. I love that move. That is super cool. Now we are in our items. We have the Call Bell. You can use this card only if you go second and only during your first turn. Search your deck for a supporter card, reveal it, and put it in your hand, then shuffle your deck. This card's a very limited use, but still looks really cool. You have your Coldblood Berry. If the Pokemon this card is attached to is damaged by an attack from your opponent's dark Pokemon, it takes 60 less damage. And discard this card. That's what it looks like. The Coldblood Berry. Also has the cool looking background as well. Then we also have the Counter Gain. If you have more prize cards remaining than your opponent, attacks used by this Pokemon this card is attached to cost less normal energies. That's what it looks like. Then we have Dragon Elixir. It's just a potion. It heals 60 damage from your active Pokemon. We have a Trainer. It's Drayton. Look at the top 7 cards of your deck. You may reveal a Pokemon and a Trainer card you find in there and put them in your hand. Shuffle the other cards back into your deck. Drayton. And we have the Terra Orb, which is, I've played the Nintendo Switch. Scarlet. The Terra Orb is so cool, I love it. Search your deck for a Terra Pokemon, reveal it, and put it in your hand, then shuffle your deck. And we have a really cool card that I really like. It doesn't cost anything, so like whatever. It costs like $2-3, but still looks awesome. It is a Scovillian EX. Look how cool it looks. It has 260 damage. Let's take a moment, guys. Let's take a moment. Let's take a moment for this gorgeous card right here. Gorgeous card. We've had our moment. And it has a ability and 1 type. Sorry, 1 type, 1 attack. The ability is called Double Type. As long as this Pokemon is in play, it is Grass and Fire type. So even though this is a Fire Pokemon, if your other opponent's Pokemon is weak against Grass, I think it's strong against the other one, I think. But it has something called Spicy Rage. It has 2 energy. It has 10 plus. This attack does 70 more damage for each damage counter on this Pokemon. Look how beautiful this card is. Oh my god. damage done, but it needs 1 grass energy. During your opponent's next turn, prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks if that damage is 60 or less. So cool. We have a Hollow Butterfree, which is the stage 2 of Metapod. I just realised, actually. Super cool. I love the Hollow cards. It has 120 health and it has 1 attack, which has 60x. It's called Scale Hurricane. It needs 1 grass energy. Flip 4 coins. This attack does 60 damage for each heads. If at least 2 of them are heads, your opponent's active Pokemon is now paralyzed. Damn, it's crazy. We have Paris. Paris. Like in France. No. Paras. I can't say stuff properly. Whatever. It has 70 health. And it has 1 move which does 10 damage. It's called Leech Life. And it needs 1 grass energy. Heal from this Pokemon the same amount of damage you did to your opponent's active Pokemon. So, because it only has 10 damage, if you do this attack, it will heal 10 damage from itself. This card is beautiful, oh my god. Lilligant, however you pronounce it, whatever, we all know I can't pronounce stuff to save my life. It is a stage 1 Pokemon. It has 110 health. It has a ability and 1 attack. The ability is called Sunny Day. Attacks used by your grass Pokemon and fire Pokemon do 20 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. So this one only works if it's unbenched or active. If it's in your hand, it doesn't count. And you have spinning attack for 60 damage. It needs 1 grass and 2 normal basic energies. I love her, she is so gorgeous. Oh my god, look at her. Gorgeous being, oh my god. Then we have Margacus. Sorry guys, can't pronounce stuff. It has 110 health and has an ability and 1 attack just like the other card. The ability is called Exploding Needles. If this Pokemon is in the active spot and is knocked out by damage from an attack from your opponent's Pokemon, put 6 damage counters on the attacking Pokemon. And we have 1 move called Corner, which just needs 1 normal energy. During your opponent's next turn, the defending Pokemon can't retreat. Corner, that is Marcus. Look how cool it looks. I do love him. He's a little goofy, silly guy. I kind of like him. We have Fungus. It has 50 health and it has 1 move. It's a basic. It's called Spore Ball. It needs 1 grass energy and it does 10 damage. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now asleep. Fungus. Oh, getting I'm really goofy and silly today. We have a stage 1. How the hell do I pronounce this? I'm not it has 100 damage, 100 health. It has 100 health. I'm not gonna try and pronounce it, but it is a stage 1. Look at the screen if you don't wanna look at the screen. Sorry guys. And it has 1 move called Poisonous Ploy. It needs 1 grass and 1 normal energy. It does 70 damage. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now confused and poisoned. Switch this Pokemon with one of your benched Pokemon. I think it's called Alyssagore. me. That was a cool house, though. Oh god, we got a lot more cards to go. I didn't realise how long this video was going to be. Sorry, guys. Oh, if you like it, hell yeah, more cards. We have a Viracion, which looks cool as hell. It's a basic, it has 120 health, and it has 2 moves. One is called Leaf Drain. It does 30 damage, but it also heals 30 damage to itself. And it needs 1 grass and 1 normal. Then you have Slicing Blade. It does 100 damage, and you need 1 grass and 2 normal. This is so cool. Look how cool this one looks. Love it. It looks so pretty. Oh my god. Spiricato. That's not your mouse. I don't know. Oh my god. It is the cute little grass starter one in Scarlet and Violet. That's all I know about it. It looks really cool though. And it has 60 health, and it has 1 move. It's called Tons of Treating. It's got 10x, and it has 1 normal energy. Flip 3 coins. This attack does 10 damage to each heads. So at the very most, it does 30 damage at the very most. Look at the little grass kitty. Aw, so cute. I remember in Scarlet and Violet, I did the Scarlet version for Gen 9, and I chose this one as my starting card, and then I evolved it to Masquerada, and I just put every single item, every single XP thing onto it, and by the very beginning of the game, I had a level 30 something Masquerada, so I was just defeating every single gym easy as, until the 6th one, and I was like, what the hell? Then we have the fire ones. We have Magma. It has 80 health, and it does 1 move called Searing Flame. It does 30 damage. You need 1 fire and 1 normal. Flip a coin. If heads, your opponent's active Pokemon is now burned. He looks a little bit ugly. Sorry, Magma lovers. Sorry to the free Magma lovers, but he looks a little bit ugly. Sorry about that. And so does a stage 1, which I've got right here. Even uglier. But the card looks cool because I got the hollow one, obviously. It has 130 health, and it has 1 ability and 1 move. The ability is called Magma Surge. During Pokemon checkup, put 3 more damage counters on your opponent's burnt Pokemon. And the move is called Searing Flame. It is the exact same as the other card, but you need 1 more fire Pokemon, so fire energy, and it just does 90 damage instead of 30. It's the only difference. Now we have Torkoal, little fire turtle guy. It has 130 health. It has got 2 moves. Live Coal, 1 fire energy, and it does 20 damage. The other one is called Heat Blast. You need 2 fire and 1 normal. It does 110 damage. Damn. Torkoal looks pretty cool, in my opinion. Now we have and Dracumaka. So the certain guy's Pokemon, this is his dude. It has 80 health, and it's got 2 moves. One is called Rolling Tackle. It needs 2 normal energies, and it does 20 damage. The other one is called Flare. It needs 2 fire and 1 normal, and it does 50 damage. We have La Vista. That sounds Mexican, even though it's not. I don't know. You know, when we did La Vista. I don't know if that was offensive. Sorry. little will-o-wisp. It needs 1 normal energy, and it does 10 damage. Looks pretty cool. And we have the stage 1 from that Pokemon, which is Volcarona. Volcarona. 140 health. And it has 1 move called Smoldering Scales. It needs 1 normal and 1 fire, and it does 80 damage. This one looks sick as hell. Oh my god, it looks so cool. Oh, we got a lot of Pokemon to do. Why did I do this video? Why did I do this, guys? I got no idea. I'm never doing it again. Sorry. Unless this video gets really popular, then I definitely will. But we have Arcancuno. 110 health. And it's got 2 moves. One is called Frigid Fluttering. It needs 1 normal energy. Search your deck for up to 2 basic water energy cards and attach them to this Pokemon. Then shuffle your deck. Then we have Ice Blast, which needs those 2 water energies and the normal energy. Ice Blast for 110 damage. This guy looks so cool. This guy looks so alpha. Look at him. He's definitely an alpha. What was that for, like, kids? Sigma. I apologize. Let's not get goofy here. Let's continue with the Pokemon reading. We have Pelipper. He looks a little goofy right there, Pelipper. But he is a stage 1 and he has 120 health. He's got 2 moves. One is called Spit Up. It needs 1 normal and it does 30 damage. The other one is called Speed Drive. It has 1 water and 1 normal and it does 70 damage. Pelipper. This one looks kind of sick, actually. This guy. This card is Regice. 120 health. And he's got 2 moves. One is called Icicle. And it does 30 damage. It needs 1 water and 1 normal. Then we have Blizzard, which needs 1 water and 2 normal. It does 90 damage. But this attack also does 10 damage to each of your opponent's bench Pokemon. So if your opponent has a maximum 5 benched, this would do a total damage of 140 if they had all the bench Pokemon there. So a maximum 140, minimum 90. We have Ino's Electrode, which is a stage 1. It has 100 health. Side rant, not really a rant. I love her design. She is so cute. I want to do fan art of her, honestly. We have Electrode. He's got 2 moves. One is a Bump Bump Boom, which is a suicide. It needs 2 electric Pokemon. Pokemon Energy, come on, live. This Pokemon does 100 damage to itself. Flip a coin. If heads, your opponent's active Pokemon is knocked out. So this one is a suicide ball. Because it has 100 health, but it also does 100 damage to itself. Then you have Electric Ball, which needs 2 electric energy and 1 normal energy, and it does 100 damage. We have Psychic. We have Alolan Margowak, which looks sick as hell, by the way. Let's all mention that real quick. 120 health, and it has 2 attacks. One is called Retaliate. It's got 30 plus, and needs 1 psychic energy. If any of your Pokemon were knocked out by damage from an attack during your opponent's last turn, This attack does 90 more damage, so at the very most 120. Then you have Will-O-Wisp, which needs 1 psychic and 2 normal, and it does 90 damage. Look how sick this guy looks. He looks sick as hell. Oh my god. Love. Who the hell is this? Mr. Mime. I don't like Mr. Mime. He looks creepy as hell. He reminds me of the TCG Pocket. Wigglytuff from Shiny Revelry. You know the one. I'm not showing it because I don't want to traumatize the viewers. Creepy. We have a basic Mr. Mime for 90 health. It's got 2 moves. One is called Mimic. It needs 1 psychic. Shuffle your hand into your deck, then draw a card for each card in your opponent's hand. Then you have Psych Bolt, which needs 1 psychic and 2 normal. It does 40 damage. Flip a coin. If heads, your opponent's active Pokemon is now paralyzed. Don't want to touch Mr. Mime. He's scary. We have Beldum, and he has 60 health. He's got 2 moves. They all need psychic energies. One is called Spinning Attack. Needs 1 psychic energy, and it does 10 damage. The other one is called Beam. It needs 2 psychic energy, and it does 30 damage. Very simple, very easy Pokemon. We have, I think, another holo. We have Lily's Ribombee. A holo Ribombee. It's Lily's. It's got a ability and 1 move. So the ability is called Inviting Wink. When you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon during your turn, you may have your opponent reveal their hand, and you put any number of basic Pokemon you find there onto your bench. Then you have Magical Shoot. Magical Shot. It needs 1 psychic energy, and it does 50 damage. Look how cute this one is. Oh, and it has 70 health. I don't know if I mentioned that or not. Sorry. We have this creature. Impidimp. It's got 70 health, and it only has 1 move. It's called Gentle Slap. It does 20 damage, and it has 1 psychic energy. And we have the Sage 2 of that Pokemon, actually. It's called Grimmsnarl, which actually sounds pretty cool, to be honest. It low-key looks like that the little icon here is like flipping you off. Hey, I'm flipping you off, man. That's what it looks like. Okay, anyway, Grimmsnarl has 170 health. It's got 2 moves. So the first one is called Shadowy Knot. Did you like crack? It needs 1 psychic energy, and it has 50 plus. This attack does 50 damage for each energy in your opponent's active Pokemon's retreat cost. So see how this guy has 2 retreat costs right here? Those are 2 energies. You need to use your energies to take back your Pokemon from the active stage. So let's say that I was doing this against this Pokemon right here. If he's got 2 of these, this would do 100 damage, because that's 50 each. Then you have Mega Punch, which needs 1 psychic and 1 normal, and does 120 damage. This one's kind of cute, actually. Milcery. It's just like a little blob of milk, although it's got 50 health, and it has 1 move called Tackle. It just does 20 damage, and it needs 1 normal energy. Not the strongest, but it is adorable. Look how cute it is. Love it. We have Puppeta, which has 90 health, damage to itself. Very simple. Pop it down. We have Hobbs Silcobra. It's this guy Silcobra. That was dumb, sorry. Whatever. Continue. It has 80 health and it's got 2 moves. One is called Turf Maker. It needs 1 normal energy. Search your deck for a stadium card, reveal it, and put it into your hand, then shuffle your deck. And now we have Gnaw, which needs 1 fighting and 1 normal Pokemon. I keep messing up the guys, I'm so sorry. It has 1 fighting and 1 normal energy. And it does 20 damage. Silcobra. I feel like a surfer dude. Silcobra. We have Toadschool. It's got 60 health. And it needs 1 normal energy for the 1 move it has, called Spray Fluid. Get that out of here. We don't spray fluid. And it does 10 damage. We have Toadschool. Then we have Toadscruel. Oh, I reveal the next Pokemon. We have Toadscruel, which actually looks kind of sick, to be honest. I do like the design. It has 130 health. It's got an ability and 1 move. The ability is called Secret Forest Path. As long as this Pokemon is on your bench, your active Pokemon's retreat cost is 2 energy less. And we have Mudshot, which has 1 fighting and 2 normal energy. And it does 80 damage. That is Toadscruel. I like it more than Toadschool. Toadscruel looks awesome as hell. We have the only dark card I have, apparently, I guess. It's called Paldine Wooper. He looks like a little axolotl. I think that's what he's based off, but a little axolotl. It's got 60 health and it has 1 move called Trip Over. It does 10 plus. It needs 1 dark energy. Flip a coin. If heads, this attack does 20 more damage. So it does 30 damage at the very most. What about the little black axolotl guy? He's so cool. And this one is so cute too. We have a Steel Cufant. It has 100 health. It's got 1 move called Rollout, which needs 2 steel and 1 normal. And it does 80 damage for Rollout. We have some Dragon type Pokemon, guys. How cool. These are the only 2 Dragon Pokemon cards that I have in general. We have Bagon. He's got 70 health and he's got 2 moves. One of them is called Bite. It just needs 1 normal and it does 10 damage. The other one is called Reckless Charge. It needs 1 fire and 1 water. Weird. And it does 50 damage and it also does 10 damage to itself. Back on. And we have Ends Reshiram. This guy's Reshiram. 130 health. It's got 2 moves that it can do. One is called Powerful Rage. It needs 1 fire and 1 electric energy. It does 20x. This attack does 20 damage for each damage counter on this Pokemon. And we have Vigorous Flame. This one's actually pretty cool. It needs 2 fire, 1 electric, and 1 normal energy. And it does 170 damage. This bad boy. Oh, and I got the holo. I don't know if it only has a holo, but it looks cool as hell with the holo. We have Troppus, which is your normal Pokemon. It has 110 health and it has 2 moves. One is called Fruit Bearing. It needs 1 normal energy. Discard a card from your hand. If you do, draw 3 cards. And you have Gust, which needs 2 normal energy. And it does does 50 damage. That is Troppus. Oh, it's a little. Oh, this guy reminds me of like the chinchillas. A lot of the little guys who like bathe in dust. Mintico. Minkino. Oh no, is it Mincino? Yeah, no, I think it's Mincino. It has 70 health, and it does Slap, which does 20 damage, and it needs 1 normal energy. We're nearly done, guys. Then we have the stage 1 of that one, which is Cincino, which has 100 health, and it does 1 move called Tail Smack, which does 50 damage, and it needs 1 normal energy. I like this one a lot more, it's so cute. We have Noibat. Noibat has 60 health. He's got 1 move called Rapid Draw. It does 10 damage, and you have to draw a card. And it has 1 normal energy. Yeah, he looks kind of cool. I like him. This one is super cute. Kamala Harris. Sorry guys. I stole that from a YouTuber. I forgot which one though. It has 100 health, and it has 1 move called Slumbering Smack. It does 30 damage, and it needs 1 normal energy. Both active Pokemon are now asleep. During your next turn, attacks used by this Pokemon do 100 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. Damn, that's kind of cool. Kind of tough. Kamala. And we have Hops Wooloo. This guy's Wooloo. It's got 70 health, and it has 1 move called Smash Kick, which does 50 damage, and it needs 3 normal energies to do so. We're getting into the trainer cards now. We have a item Hops Bag. Search your deck for up to 2 basic Hops Pokemon and put them onto your bench, then shuffle your deck. We have Hops Choice Band. Attacks used by the Hops Pokemon this card is attached to cost 1 less energy, and do 30 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. That's the Choice Band. We have Ends PP Up. Sounds sus but cool. Attach a basic energy card from your discard pile to one of your bench Ends Pokemon. We have a redeemable ticket. Count your prize cards, shuffle them, and put them on the bottom of your deck. Then take that many cards from your top of your deck and put them face down as your prize cards. So you swap out your prize cards for different ones. We have Spiky Energy. As long as this card is attached to a Pokemon, it provides 1 energy. If the Pokemon this card is attached to is in the active spot and is damaged by an attack from your opponent's Pokemon, even if this Pokemon is knocked out, put 2 damage counters onto the attacking Pokemon. Spiky Energy. Now we have some pretty sick cards, guys, if I don't say so myself. Now, this one was in the sleeve. I don't know why I put this one in the sleeve. I should have done the other 2, but Oinkoload EX. It is a stage 1 and it has 260 health. It's got 2 moves. Maddening Scent. It needs 1 normal energy. It's got 10 plus. This attack does 30 more damage for each of your opponent's bench Pokemon. And it also has Heavy Stomp, which needs 3 normal energy. 210 damage. Flip a coin. If tails during your next turn, this Pokemon cannot attack. I love the look of this one here. Actually, fun fact about the basic version of this Pokemon. When I was playing Scarlet and Violet, on my very first run, in the first 20 minutes, I caught the shiny version, which is pink, because it's meant to be a pig. Now we have have two full arts. The first one is King Gambit, which I found out that if you want to grade it, it's like $70 or something. For just the card, which is crazy, by the way. It is 170 health. This is a dark type Pokemon, and it has a ability, and it has one move. The ability is called Leadership. Your basic Pokemon's attack do 30 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon before applying weakness and resistance. I love this card. This is so fucking cool. Then you have Hack-At, which needs 1 dark and 2 basic, and that gives you 160 damage. Very, very cool. Look how beautiful. Let's take a moment for this card. And we have a full art Professor Research, which is Professor Sada. Boom. Discard your hand and draw 7 cards. Love her. Let's take a moment for this card too. Beautiful. Now that is all the cards that I have in my collection so far. Thank you guys for watching. I'm sorry for mispronouncing all the Pokemon's names, and I'm sorry for messing up my speech so much, but I hope you guys did enjoy that. This video is so long,